Motor vehicles?
Is Inspector Ken around?
Oh, I can try transfer. You might be driving. Hold on, okay?
Okay, thank you. Hello?
Hello,
Hello, who's this?
this is Ken.
Oh,
Can I
Ken.
help you?
Oh, you're the inspector. Badge number 2716.
Yes.
I just went upstairs and on my red Dodge van, I noticed there was
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I just put the notice on not too long ago and marked the tires.
Okay.
But somebody made a complaint about your vehicle being parked on the sidewalk, yeah.
Who made the complaint?
I cannot let you know the complainant name.
Well, I know.
information.
I know his name and I know where he lives anyway. But did you notice the license plate on that van?
Yes.
What did it say?
Hawaiian sovereignty, right? Or
Yeah.
what's that called?
Yeah. But you also noticed it said private property.
Not on the sidewalk, yeah. The city, yeah.
No.
You can park it in front of your driveway, but not on your driveway, but not on the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah, because people need to walk on
okay.
there.
Now the sidewalk and the road, you consider that as what? An easement.
The sidewalk and the road is a city.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I can debate the city with you too, but then let's look at what you call it legally. You call that an easement.
If it's on the sidewalk, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can call HPD and they have the authority to tow it.
Yeah, but let me tell you
Yeah.
about that too. Let me tell you about that too.
Uh-huh.
Because that's private property, it's not in the DMV system. Okay, we don't belong to the DMV club, so we're not adhering to any of the rules and regulations of that club. Number one. Number two, because it's private property, anyone that decides to tow it will be a thief stealing private property, which will be subject to $750,000 times 3. They can be sued personally, like you put this up here, you identified yourself. I can sue you personally, and I can sue you as an employee. Then I can go after the fake state, city, and county because, number one, we're not the 50th state. Okay, you notice that Hawaiian sovereignty? That means we are still a country named the Hawaiian Kingdom in continuity today after the overthrow.
Okay, you don't need to explain all that to me.
But what I'm saying is, I'm just trying to find out from you, under what authority were you given to tag this car?
We didn't tag it. It's just a notice,
Well,
a courtesy
to-
notice
yes.
letting you know
Mhm.
that you need to move it because it's on the sidewalk, which is state property.
Well, there again, you're
Because
wrong.
you're-
You're incorrect because number one, it's not state property. Number two, whenever we bought, which we really don't own, by the way, but whenever we did pay for the money, the tax map key actually goes from the back of the yard to the middle of the road. So the property that we paid for goes to the middle of the road, including that easement. And so the taxes that we're paying includes that easement, that sidewalk, and the middle of the road. Therefore, technically, it is my property. It's on my neighbor's property, of which I had his written permission to park there, by the way. Okay?
Well, the sidewalk is not. If it's a cement paved sidewalk, the city owns.
No, city don't own it. City.
I can.
It's called an easement. It's called an easement. Okay? And the lawful term for easement is a right of way for people to travel or have access to. Okay? It's an easement. The city don't own it because the city is part of the is part of the fake 50th state, which is part of the United States, which the Hawaiian Kingdom has nothing to do with.
Okay.
So they don't own
can
it.
You, the only problem is the neighbors around there. I'm not sure which neighbor you spoke to, but other neighbors want to use the sidewalk. They want to walk on it.
Yeah, but you
It's
see
kinda
what? Okay, now
safe if they walk on the street at night and all that.
try look at this.
So is it
Try-
possible for you to please move it to so people have room to walk by on that little sidewalk?
Yeah, sure. Because you asked me that way, I mean, I really respect you for that. I really, really do. I will move it, okay? Because of that. That's the only reason.
Okay. Thank you.
Because I prefer to fight them in court. But anyway, the thing is this, though. I'm going to put it on the street. The people are gonna come down, and then you see my car sticking out of the driveway, right? Which has happened to be legal. They're gonna come to my car. My van gonna be blocking my car. They cannot go between my van and the car, so they're gonna have to go behind the van and walk on the street anyway. And you look at the rest of the cars up the street in the driveways. They're doing the same. My son rides a wheelchair. He needs to go on the road as well because he cannot access the sidewalks. Okay, like everybody else. But it's more dangerous for him.
Sorry. Can you park it where where your van is? Can you park it on the street instead?
Yeah, I can do that. Just move it right back on the other side of the curb, right? Yeah.
And then and I'm not gonna. If someone makes a complaint again, I'm just gonna put the notice, but I won't cite it for anything, because I spoke with you and I understand now, right?
Okay.
So. Yeah, that's all I'm asking you to do, because people, how the other neighbors, I'm not sure who, but they just want to walk on the sidewalk,
Okay. No, I do. I'll do that, and per your request, I will do that for sure, definitely, because I respect the way you're handling your business. You're an awesome person, so I will do that. That van was once tagged by the police department. They tagged it at 11 o'clock at night. 12 o'clock that night, they came back asking to retract the ticket because they know what that sign means. And I told them it was too late because I already faxed a copy to the United Nations as further proof of their crimes. And they stayed with me to 3 o'clock in the morning. I told them I will give them the ticket if they write me up a retraction notice. They said they couldn't, blah, blah, blah. So the final thing that we agreed on is I'll give that officer that tagged me it back while I videotape her explaining she's retracting the ticket. They both agreed. I gave it back, and I have that archived for further proof. So the fake state and the city and county, they know what's going on. That's why they don't really want to mess with it. But because you're such an awesome person, and I mean this sincerely, I'll take it off to make your job, better, and you can go back and say, okay, I did my job, and he moved it. Okay, we didn't even need to discuss our conversations. I'll do it because you asked me to, and it's over. Okay?
Okay, I really appreciate that.
Oh, I really appreciate you.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, so I don't need to. The complainants will stop complaining about it, right?
Yeah, no, I got you. Because I tell you, the same complainer complained about what I was doing to the roof when I was building up on the roof, and they complained to the permitting department. So I went to the permitting department, and they backed off. They didn't want to fight me in court. They left me alone, and they'll never send me another issuing anything to the property. But yeah, I'll do it. Okay, Ken. Hey, thank you. I really, really do appreciate this. Yeah, you're right on.
Thank you.
Keep on working the way you do.
Thanks for calling back. A lot of people don't call back, and I don't know what's going on with the car.
Yeah, well, that's why I had to ask you. Though. I had to ask you. I'm not just gonna take things in my hand. I had to ask you. You came up with awesome things. You're an awesome guy. So yeah, you got it. I'll move it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day. Have a wonderful day.
Hello. Bye-bye.